Nothing in that desk. Nothing there. Nothing there. There's gotta be something good in this Capitol Post place. Man, this roof is coming down. Let me tell you. Holy shit! Did not see that coming. Big old emblem there. Alright, let's see here. What is that? I wasn't talking about you, but you know what? Screw you. He's scared, apparently. But, that's fine. I don't care how scared you are. Anyways, what the hell is that? Is that supposed to be, like, wireless in the future? This random thing spinning around? Hold on, hold on. Hold the phone. Activate rear panel. Your explosive skill is not high enough to disarm the trap. Oh, that's an explosive trap. I see. So if I see any of those spinning things, that means there's going to be an explosive in it. Alright. Hello there. Pop you. Make sure you can't move. I see a safe. I see a safe. Did not see this before. It is a hard lock, but I have 75, so I can unlock this. Dang it. Let's try it. Uh-oh. That's not working. No. No. This is gonna snap if I hit it one more time. Aw. Alright. Somewhere around here. Dang it. The hard locks, you have to be really precise. There we go. Alright. Some pretty good stuff in here. It's not bad. This terminal is apparently locked as well. Be right back in just a moment. And it was defeated. I think we might almost be at 13 now. Awesome. What does this open? Disengage a lock. That must have been for this safe here. But that's fine. We were able to open the safe ourselves. We got in here. Dart. Nothing. Is my light on? Okay, just had to make sure. Never know. Nothing up there. Alright. There's got to be some cool stuff in this place. Let's see, what is my explosive stat at anyway? Skills. Where's my explosives? 32. What I need for this? Like 45? Yeah. 45. So even if I went home and got an explosive jacket, which I think only has 5, I don't think I would have enough to do that. Need to raise my explosives at some point so I can disarm those traps. Whatever. Not a big deal at this point. Alright. Ooh. Take those. Whoops, I think I just took the finance clipboard by accident. Did not want to do that. Go away. Wow, that was a perfect landing there. What the? Gibson, huh? Gibson's key. I'll take that. I don't want his key, though. Scrap of paper, huh? Alright. Huh. What the hell happened to Gibson? His face looks kinda burned or something. I don't know what the hell to make of that. Does Super Mutant come down here and burn his face off, or? Because it looks like his blood got splattered about against that, like something shot from over this way. I haven't the faintest. Well, let's check out his note. Let us check out his note and see what it says. Search the house. What? What house? Huh. Search the house. There must be a house somewhere nearby. I don't know if we're gonna need his key to get to whatever it is, but I am quite interested in finding out what this house is. I truly am. Alright, well, let's see here. It's time to read. Let's see, June 3rd, 2072. That is dead. January 11th, that's earlier, and that is a bomb. July 27th. It's 2052. 2077. Okay, so this is actually the middle, and this is the earliest one here. Check it out. United Nations disband. Let's check it out. By Dorothy Proud, Capital Post staff writer. In a crushing blow to foreign relations and world peace, the United Nations yesterday was completely disbanded, leaving its member nations to fend for themselves in these trying times. Many had considered the United Nations the best hope for brokering a ceasefire between the European Commonwealth and the nations of the Middle East. But such an intervention is now impossible. In a somber press conference at the United Nations building in the New York City, United Nations President Sakugama Okiri, I guess, had this to say: "It is a sad day for the United States, sadder still for the world. An era of relative peace and prosperity has come to a tragic end. The resources wars are upon us, and in my humble opinion the United Nations is needed now more than ever. Sadly, the world disagrees. Those nations that have not already moved out of the immense headquarters will have completely vacated the premises by the end of the week. Several organizations have already begun bidding on the prime real estate, but children's toy retailer Bumbalos seems determined to transform the building into their new East Coast superstore. Man, cutthroats out there buying it up for toys. Pint-sized slasher more than myth. What is it, a kid? It's kind of creepy. By Walter Street Beat Monroe. Capital Post staff writer. I think there's a movie that's coming up that's about a kid that kills people. It's called Hannah or something? I don't know, I can't remember the title, but creepy thought, to be honest. Anyways, what American child alive hasn't heard the story of the pint-sized slasher? Well, I haven't, but let's find it out. That diminutive demon in a clown mask, who stalks and slashes the innocent residents of supposedly safe suburbia. It's just one of the many folk stories parents have use to scare their youngsters into behaving themselves. Or is it? According to Germantown Police Chief Joseph Field, the pint-sized slasher may be more real than most people would like to admit. After reviewing the autopsy results of the Linden Street slayings, we have confirmed that the force and direction of every knife wound are consistent with an attack from a much smaller assailant. A child, to be precise. Add to the sinister forensic findings this statement from Christopher Atkinson, the one surviving victim of the adolescent assassin, and it becomes clear that the pint-sized slasher does indeed walk among us. The clown! The clown! He's going to kill us all! Do you understand me? He stabbed my brother Sean right in the face. He killed my brother, the little clown. But, assuming the pint-sized slasher is indeed real, a real tangible threat, to the peace-loving residents of DC suburbia, one question remains. Why? What could possibly motivate a child to don a clown mask clown mask and murder innocent people in cold blood? We may never know. At least, not until the miniature maniac is brought to justice. Until then, all we can do is lock our doors, kiss our children goodnight, and pray they live to see morning. Well, you know, that bomb that dropped was a little bit worse than the pint-sized slasher, but whatever. Alright, let's check this one out. U.S. to Anks, Canada, by Dorothy Proud. She's been here for what, 20-some years now, according to that last story? Capital Post staff writer. In a move that is being widely viewed as both necessary and overdue, the United States military today declared that they will begin the immediate annexation of the country of Canada. The decision comes after a long, contentious relationship with the Canadian government that began shortly after the Chinese invasion of Anchorage, Alaska, in the winter of 2066. The Canadian leadership at the time expressed its opposition to American troops passing through their country and traversing their airspace, but ultimately capitulated. Tensions with our neighbor to the north have only escalated since then, as the United States has found itself relying heavily on Canada's natural resources, including wood cultivated from the country's great timberland forests, to maintain the war effort against China. But it was a recent near sabotage of the Alaskan pipeline that finally tipped the American military's hand. "That was the last straw," said Buzz Babcock, commander of the U.S. forces in Canada. "You know what's been stopping the Reds from pouring into downtown Juneau? American soldiers, that's what. And now we've got to worry about someone, Chinese, Alaskan, or otherwise, taking out the pipeline? I don't think so. Effectively, immediately, the United States troops are beginning a complete takeover of all Canadian assets and resources. Little America is ours. But let's face it, it always has been." What an asshole. Development of super weapon confirmed, by Walter Streetbeat Monroe. Apparently these people stay around a long time to write stories. Anyways, in a startling turnaround from their previous policy of complete covert development, the United States Army has confirmed that they are indeed working on a new superweapon, one designed to specifically to crush the Red Chinese invasion force and liberate occupied Anchorage, Alaska, once and for all. Speaking at an Army press conference at the Pentagon, General Constantine Chase stated, "No more secrets. The time has come to lay all our cards on the table so the Chinese can see with their own eyes that we've got the winning hand. The United States Army is proud to announce that for the first time in history, General Atomics International and Robco have joined forces to create for this great country a superweapon that will leave every single yellow-bellied Red shaking in their commie booties." Wow. Unfortunately for our readers, that's as specific as Chase is willing to get. While he and the Army are ready for China to know the U.S. is developing a new weapon, they're not quite ready to divulge what it is, or when it will be ready for deployment. All in due time, all in due time. Rest assured, this weapon is complete. Liberty will come to Anchorage, and hell will follow. Doesn't sound like a good way to really save people, but okay. Let's see here, what do we got? Final computer. Commies crushed. Alaska's liberated. Let's find out how the commies were crushed. By Dorothy Proud. In the late evening hours of January 10th, brave American Army forces launched an all-out offensive against the entrenched Chinese communist invaders in the beleaguered seaport of Anchorage, Alaska, destroying all opposition and finally liberating the city after more than 10 years of Chinese occupation. No red-blooded American can ever forget that terrible winter of 2066 when Chairman Chiang's commie cutthroats mercilessly invaded the icy extension of the United States in an unprecedented act of foreign aggression that sent shockwaves all the way back to our nation's capital. Capital. God damn. I can't read today. But the nightmare is finally over, and America, always the home of the brave, is once again the land of the free. More or less. Food Riots. Rile Feds. By Walter Street Beat Monroe. It would appear that Washington's tolerance for the American social disorder has finally reached its breaking point. In a recent public statement, White House spokesman Warren Eccleston, something like that, said, "Okay, Americans are hungry. We get it. Well, I've got news for you. Things are tough all over, people. The president himself has been forced to substitute cube steak for his nightly prime rib. Wow. And the only wine available is a detestable Chateau Montrose 2043. But does he whine? Does he take to the streets like a rabid red? So please, good people, please, wait in line, get your food, and then go home. We're Americans. We do not solve our problems with violence. No, we solve it by telling you how the chief of the entire American population, including Canada, is now eating cube steak while you're all eating shitty cram. Yeah. Let's go blammo! Alright. Yeah, I think that probably stopped them all from rioting really, really well. Or not. Probably didn't do anything at all. They probably just got more pissed, and then they were like, you know what, screw this. Let's get to the president, get his food. Probably tastes better than ours. Anyway, house. There's a house somewhere that must be searched. But where could it be? Where indeed could this house be? It could be anywhere. This place is huge. I mean, it goes that way, and okay, it doesn't go this way very much. Let's go check over here. Maybe we can find a house. Gotta find this house. I am so curious to find out what this house is.